Since I have been an educator, I have never ever heard of something like this happening. And of course, knowing who it has happened to, it doesn't surprise me a bit. We have a dead tie for our valedictorian, and of course it's between two twins. And so I know what a wonderful blessing. It is with great honor that I introduce Audri Pogue as one of your valedictorians.
Hi, my name is Audri Pogue, and just like Ellison, my birthday is also on August 7th. Students, parents, faculty, staff, and guests, thank you for being here tonight. Throughout the past few years, I've had the opportunity to give many speeches. The number one rule that I have always been taught when giving a speech is to talk about something you're passionate about. Not only does this make the speech easier to give, but it also allows you to connect with your audience. That is why I have chosen to relate these past 4 years of high school to one of the things that I loved most, turkey hunting. I know that you might be sitting there now wondering why I'm up here at graduation of all places talking about turkey hunting, but if you stick with me, I hope to show you that it perfectly relates. I can remember my very first hunt that I went on in freshman year like it was yesterday. As I sat in the blind watching the sun break over the horizon, everything was new and exciting, just as freshman year was. Generally, as a freshman or a first-time hunter, because you are simply excited to be happy to be there and taking everything in, it is hard to notice the challenges that you begin to face, like more rigorous academic standards or varsity sports. But soon, the newness fades and you begin to settle in. But just as soon as you feel you might have a handle on the road ahead, sophomore year comes. Sophomore year brings with it a reality check. You begin to realize how important these 4 years are, and new problems begin to pop up. For example, as I began to nod off in the blind, which I'm sure never happened to any of us in class, a snake came crawling down the tree and across my shoulder. It's safe to say that nothing will bring you back to the real world quicker than that. But even still, like my hunting career and sophomore year, we were all able to push past the challenges and grow even stronger. And just in time too, because junior year was quickly upon us. I know the junior year gets a bad reputation for being the hardest year, but I'm here to tell you, especially you sophomores, that it's worse than they say. Throughout this year, you will be tested in many ways you could never imagine. To take a break from the hunt, let me tell you the biggest challenge I have faced in my turkey career. It was at the state turkey calling contest. I had just executed my first 5 calls perfectly. I could not contain my excitement as the judges read out that I was tied in first place and would now enter a call off. Sometimes, though, you may get nervous or falter under the pressure. Unfortunately, I let the situation get the better of me and ended up taking second place. But hey, if you have to lose to someone in a high-intensity call-off, there could be worse people to lose to than your dad. Through this, I learned that you cannot let the pressure get to you, and if it does, and you fail or come short of your goal, let that encourage you in your pursuit of success in the future. Now, back to the story. After watching the sunrise, fighting off the snake, and watching my dad call, the hunt reached its climax. After what felt like hours of waiting, which actually was hours, the biggest gobbler I had ever seen came running up the road. I could hardly breathe as I got into position, just like at the beginning of this year. I felt graduation and all of the other fun senior events getting closer, but I was still nervous about how it all might work out. But rather than letting the nerves get the better of me, I dedicated myself to the challenge in school and in the blind. As the hunt was coming to a close and the turkey was in range, I took aim and was able to harvest my first turkey, a truly unforgettable moment. I hope that all of you will choose to also rise to the occasion wherever life takes you, like our class did this year. Set your sights on what you want to accomplish and never let anything hold you back. During high school, I was blessed to do many different things. However, anything that I was able to accomplish was not because of what I did, but was first and foremost a result of the blessings of the Lord and was because of the incredible people I was surrounded by. I would be remiss if I didn't spend a little time thanking them. Miss Bucket, You have seen me at my best times, like in Bible class, and in some of my worst times, such as when we are in the trenches trying to solve derivatives and all that other stuff that I will 100% remember in 10 years. Thank you for being a constant reminder of how to be loving and kind to all people and teaching us what it means to live in a manner that serves the Lord. Miss Cosby, you are the most servant-hearted individual I have ever met. You are constantly meeting everyone else's needs above your own. Faith Academy would not be the place it is today without you, and we are tremendously blessed by the work you do. Also, thanks for all the help with my essays, because quite frankly, you are the only person here that truly understands MLA format, so I appreciate that. Miss Kelly, if I had to pick a history teacher to be with me through all 4 years of high school, it'd be tough to find a better one than you. I've greatly enjoyed the opportunity to get to know you over these past 4 years. Miss Finnick, I do not know of anyone else in the entire world who knows more about science. I mean, seriously, if you have any questions about physics, which I'm sure every single person in this room does, then she's the one to ask. She will always greet you with a warm smile and is happy to help with any struggle you may have, in physics or in life. Mrs. Shipley, you and your entire family, Seabone, Haddles, Hannity, and Haley, this includes you too, have truly been some of the greatest blessings to me. From all the turning point meetings and discussions in general about what is going on in the world, I have learned so much from you and love your family so much. Coach Kat, I feel honored to have gotten to go through these past 5 years of life starting in 8th grade with you. Seeing you and Malcolm raise King, Mally, Deuce, and soon Callie has been a tremendous blessing, and I hope to one day have a family as amazing as yours. Coach Jay, all I have to say is watch out. I have a cheese launcher and I'm not afraid to use it. Also, Catherine and Emma, thank you for making this year much more entertaining to say the least and always listening to my nonsense. I would not be who I am today without my family. Grayson, I could not ask for a better big brother. The way you carry yourself, your love for God, and the standard you set for Claire and I has truly been inspiring. You are one of the most strong, successful, and truly incredible people I know. You have shown me what it means to work hard, pursue excellence, and more importantly, how to remain rooted in my values. I cannot wait to spend this next year at A&M with you. Bill. Well, some of you may know her as Claire, but if you did not know, her name, given by me, is actually Bill. Having a twin sister to grow up with has been one of my biggest blessings. You are my best friend, role model, and the best sister anyone could ask for. I love your love for God and how incredibly smart you are. Thank you for always being there for me and always being ready to give me gentle and kind advice every time I drive you somewhere. Mom, you are the one who has always pushed me to be my best. Without you, I simply would not know what to do. You're strong, loving, and every other good thing a person could wish for in a parent. You have always been there for me at home and at school and have shown me what it means to be a godly wife and mother. I could never thank you enough for all that you've done for me. Dad, you have shown me that you can be successful in life and feral at the same time. Also, you're welcome for always laughing at your dad jokes. Sometimes they are actually funny and I cannot help but laugh, but sometimes it's genuinely hard to watch you sit there in silence. So again, you're welcome. From spending countless hours in the barn working sheep with you and Bill, to every single contest in 4-H that you have helped me with, and every other thing you have done, such as teaching me every time I ask you to edit a paper the importance of proper tense. You are a spiritual leader, a strong man of God, and I am thankful for you, Mom, Claire, and Grayson endlessly. To each of my grandparents and other family members, thank you for the example you have set for my family and all of your love and support. Now, I saved this one for last, as I thought that it'd be best to let him stew a little longer. Coach McCannon, here we go. I had the pleasure to run cross country and track for Coach McCannon. Something about him is that before each big race, he likes to tell us analogies and stories to get us fired up. I always thought that Coach McCannon made these analogies up on his own, because let's be honest, most of these stories are so wild, I don't think anyone else could come up with them. But I remember one night watching a movie with my family, and the opening scene was an infamous Coach McCannon analogy about mice racing in a bucket of cream, and I was shocked. I immediately texted him, letting him know that his cover had been blown, and he begged me not to say a word, until now. So to spare him any shred of dignity, I won't say which movie he pirated from, but if you really want to know, catch me if you can after the ceremony, and we can talk. But in all seriousness, Coach Buchanan, I would not be fully who I am today without your influence in the lessons you have taught me through making me run the 2-mile, and 800. Thanks to you, I do not think that anything will ever make me nervous again because nothing could top the nerves that the 2-mile brings. But you made it worth doing every day, and I could not thank you enough. To my classmates, it has been incredible to go through high school with every one of you. I cannot wait to see what everyone is going to accomplish in the future. And with this group, I know it'll be some incredible things. As we go into the next phase of life, I want to leave you all with this. Colossians 3:23 reminds us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord and not for human masters." Wherever the Lord may take you in the future, remember that it is Him we should strive to serve and not ourselves or another man. Thank you all for showing me His goodness these last 4 years through your kindness, love, and compassion. I could not have asked for a better graduating class. As we go off, I hope that we all remember the lessons we have learned, the people who have helped us along the way, and always remember to trust in God. Thank you.